Europe, a land of breathtaking beauty and timeless romance, holds secrets that stretch beyond the grave. Hidden in its centuries-old castles and windswept shores are tales of love so profound that not even death could sever their bonds. Tonight, we uncover 5 ghostly love stories from across Europe that will chill your spine and warm your heart. Let's begin. 1. The White Lady of Český Krumlov Castle, Czech Republic. In the 15th century, Perchta von Rosenberg was the daughter of one of the wealthiest noble families in Bohemia. Known for her beauty and grace, Perchta's life seemed destined for happiness, but her world was turned upside down when she was married off to Jan von Liechtenstein, a cold and ruthless man. This was not a union of love, but one of power and political gain. Jan treated Perchta with contempt, subjecting her to years of cruelty and isolation. Despite her suffering, Perchta remained kind-hearted, a trait that made her beloved among the castle servants. When Jan fell ill, he begged for her forgiveness on his deathbed. Though her heart was shattered, she could not bring herself to absolve him. After her own death, Perchta's spirit refused to leave Český Krumlov Castle. Known as the White Lady, she is said to appear during significant family events, bringing warnings of misfortune or blessings of prosperity. Many visitors claim to see her ethereal figure drifting silently through the castle halls, her luminous presence radiating both sorrow and serenity, as though still yearning for the love and peace she was denied in life. 2. The Lovers of Leap Castle, Ireland. In the shadowy depths of Leap Castle's tumultuous history, a forbidden love story unfolded between Dermot O'Connor and Maeve Dwyer. Dermot, the son of a warrior chieftain, and Maeve, the daughter of a rival clan, met by chance on the banks of a quiet stream. Though their families were enemies, the two were drawn to each other with an intensity they couldn't deny. For months, they met in secret, their love a fragile light in a world darkened by war and bloodshed. But their happiness was short-lived. On the night they planned to elope, Maeve's brothers discovered their plans. Dermot fought valiantly, but was overpowered and killed. Maeve, heartbroken and unable to bear the thought of a life without Dermot, threw herself from the castle's tower into the rocky ravine below. To this day, the spirits of Dermot and Maeve are said to haunt Leap Castle. Witnesses report seeing shadowy figures near the bloody chapel, their whispers carrying words of love and sorrow. On rare occasions, visitors have seen the ghostly lovers reunited, their hands entwined, as if death could never truly separate them. 3. The Phantom Bride of Bramshill House, England. In the early 1600s, Anne Cope was a radiant bride on the happiest day of her life. Bramshill House was filled with joy as she exchanged vows with her beloved, Sir Edward Rookwood. As the evening festivities unfolded, Anne proposed a game of hide-and-seek to entertain her guests. Giggling with excitement, she slipped away to find the perfect hiding spot, a large wooden chest in an attic room. Tragically, the lid of the chest closed tightly, trapping her inside. Hours turned into days, and the search for Anne grew more desperate. It wasn't until years later that the chest was opened, revealing her skeletal remains still clad in her decayed wedding dress. The story of the Phantom Bride is now an inseparable part of Bramshill House. Her ghost, a pale and sorrowful figure, is said to appear on moonlit nights, her tattered gown trailing behind her as she wanders the halls, searching endlessly for her groom. Those who have encountered her describe an overwhelming sense of heartbreak, as if her love and despair still linger in the air. 4. The Lovers of Mont Saint-Michel, France. On the windswept shores of Normandy, the majestic abbey of Mont Saint-Michel towers above the sea, a place of devotion and sacrifice. In the 14th century, a young monk named Pierre found himself torn between his vows and his heart. Isabel, a fisherman's daughter, had come to the abbey to deliver offerings of bread and fish, and with each visit, Pierre fell deeper under her spell. Their love was a quiet rebellion against the strict rules of the abbey. Late at night, under the cover of darkness, they would meet in the shadow of the abbey walls, their whispered words carried by the ocean breeze. But their secret was uncovered by another monk, who reported them to the abbot. Pierre was ordered to renounce Isabel or face expulsion. Heartbroken, he chose duty over love and sent her away. On her journey home, Isabel was caught in a sudden storm and drowned in the rising tide. Devastated by the news, Pierre dedicated his life to penance, but her spirit refused to rest. On stormy nights, locals report hearing her voice calling Pierre's name. Her ghost, clad in a flowing gown, is said to wander the abbey grounds. Her sorrowful presence, a reminder of a love that defied the heavens, but was doomed by the tides. 5. The Tragic Countess of Dragsholm Castle, Denmark. In the 16th century, Celestina Adelheid was a spirited young noblewoman who fell in love with Eric, a humble stable hand employed by her father, Count Frederick. Their love was pure but forbidden, and when the Count discovered their secret, he was furious. To punish her, he imprisoned Celestina in a tiny cell within the walls of Dragsholm Castle. Days turned into weeks, and Celestina's cries for mercy faded into silence. The Count sealed her fate by ordering the cell to be bricked up, leaving her to perish alone. Eric, banished from the castle, never recovered from his heartbreak, and Celestina's spirit remained tethered to the place of her suffering. During renovations centuries later, workers uncovered a skeleton in a hidden wall, believed to be Celestina's. To this day, she appears as the Grey Lady, a soft, shimmering figure who drifts silently through the halls of Dragsholm Castle. Her presence is said to bring a bittersweet sense of longing and love lost to those who encounter her. Some visitors even claim to hear faint sobs echoing through the castle's stone corridors. Conclusion. Love, they say, is eternal, even when life is not. These ghostly tales of heartbreak and devotion remind us that some bonds transcend time and space. Which story moved you the most? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to Dewy Ruin for more hauntingly beautiful stories from around the world. Until next time, may your nights be filled with wonder and your days with peace.